Choosing the right climbing rope can feel totally overwhelming with so many different options on the market. Today, I'm going to help you cut through the noise by comparing some of the best ropes for all the different climbing styles, from single pitch sport climbing to big wall adventures and alpine epics. Let's get started. When it comes to climbing ropes, everyone has their favorites. So in this video, we've done our best to cross-reference the top rope recommendations by climbers across mountain project forums, across Reddit forums, and even our own social media channels full of adventurers. That said, there's always an element of personal preference in any gear decision, and likewise, I might be slightly biased towards ropes that I love and trust and have used because I have not tested every single rope on the market. There are plenty of great ropes out there, but today we're highlighting what we think are the best options for different climbing styles. Interestingly, there was one rope that stood out across any category that was a resounding favorite amongst climbers. It was the Mammoth Infinity rope. Now, the only thing is, Mammoth has since rebranded this rope into two variations. One is the Mammoth 9.5 Alpine dry rope, which is designed for alpine climbing. This rope builds on the Infinity's reputation for its full dry treatment and balanced handling. The second variation is the Mammoth 9.5 Crag dry rope. It's versatile, performance focused, and incorporates the same balance of having a small diameter, low weight, and great durability. We'll go into these ropes in further detail a little bit later, so without further ado, let's dive into our top picks. First things first, choosing the right rope starts with understanding diameter. Thicker ropes like 10 millimeters or more are great for durability or beginners who are going to be top roping a lot. Thinner ropes between 8 and 9 millimeters are ideal for advanced sport climbing or alpine routes where weight is critical. We did not include any twin ropes on this list because most ropes these days are triple rated. Triple rated means that they can be used as singles, doubles, or twins. As you're shopping around, another thing to keep in mind is dry treatment. Dry treatments aren't a need to have, but they can be really nice. They repel water and dirt off of your rope, which keeps your rope a little bit cleaner and extends the lifespan. Dry treatment can be really crucial though if you're going to be in the elements more. If you're going to be in snow, if you're possibly going to be exposed to rain and storms, you're going to want to have a rope that can handle the elements a little bit better, aka you're going to want a dry treatment on your rope. On the other hand, if you're going to be mostly single pitch trad climbing or just sport climbing, the dry treatment is purely up to your preference. It could keep your rope cleaner, it can extend the lifespan, and it can just be really nice, but it's not necessary. A couple other final things to consider. How important is having a middle mark to you or having a bicolored rope? Both of these serve the purpose of helping you know exactly where the middle point is on your rope, making it easier for you to rappel off of routes. The second thing to consider is how many UIAA falls the rope has been rated for. Obviously, the higher amount of falls that's been rated for means the rope is more durable. So if you are someone who is maybe sport climbing and your rope is for projecting and you are actually going to be taking falls on the rope, if you're trad climbing at your max, this is something to consider. Even if you're trad climbing or alpine climbing over really rugged terrain, looking at the UIAA fall rating can be something to consider and use to compare against the other ropes if you're having trouble deciding between certain ropes. But between these different considerations of the dry treatment, the diameter of the rope, the fall rating, having a middle marker or not, these are all things that can help you consider which of the options shared above would be a better choice for you. The Mammoth Crag Classic 9.8 millimeter is our pick for the best all-around climbing rope. It offers a nice balance of durability, weight, and performance that works for everything from gym climbing to multi-pitch to sport routes. This is a rope that's light enough to not be a pain to handle, but it also has a diameter, being that 9.8 millimeter, that makes it so that it's going to hold up over time, over lots of use, and even if you are occasionally going to be top roping on it. I recently got to test out this rope and have been really happy with it so far. It's a really great sport climbing rope for me because I am going to be putting a lot of miles on it. I like this rope that I could technically go take it trad climbing and I'm not going to worry about its durability because it is that 9.8 millimeter. It slides really easy through the gree-gree, it's smooth, it handles well, and all of the things. The runner-up to this rope is the Mammoth We Care Classic, which is also 9.8 millimeters. It's a little bit more budget friendly because it doesn't come in as many flashy color options, but if budget is your priority, this rope gets the job done without sacrificing much in performance compared to the previous Mammoth rope mentioned. Another strong contender in the overall category is the Sterling Velocity 9.8 millimeter. This rope is another favorite amongst climbers for its great balance of weight, durability, and smooth handling. It has been a trusted workhorse for a lot of people across different forms, so it performs well in gym and outdoor settings. One cautionary note to those who are listening and trying to purchase their very first rope. A popular first rope I see is the Black Diamond 9.9 millimeter. And the reason people get this is because it's one of the most affordable ropes on the market. But I have tested out many of these ropes in the past, and I've talked to so many people who have these ropes, get it as their first rope, and it has kind of had this subpar performance. The rope kinks up really bad. It gets core shot pretty easily, and overall, it's not a great rope to get started with. I don't want to be dissing on Black Diamond because Black Diamond does have some great ropes, but do note that just because it's cheap and affordable doesn't make it a great rope. For multi-pitch and alpine climbing, the Mammoth 9.5 Alpine dry rope is our top pick. This is where we build on the legacy of the Mammoth Infinity rope with its amazing dry treatment that excels in harsh conditions. It's got a great balance of durability and weight that makes it great for longer routes. The Mammoth 9.5 Crag dry rope offers very similar performance to the Alpine dry rope, but it's better suited for cragging and trad climbing. Its durability and smooth handling makes it really versatile choice for various different terrains, whether you're climbing splitter cracks or you're doing maybe a longer, more adventurous multi-pitch route. A quick extra note, if you frequently find yourself more in the alpine, less on the multi-pitch side of things, and you want to prioritize weight savings, I would go with the Mammoth 8.7 Alpine Sender dry rope, which is an even more lightweight option, a little bit thinner. It still performs amazing and can perform well on those demanding alpine climbs, but it helps you save weight if you are the type that is more consistently using it to do these big hikes out to an alpine climb and you're not exactly falling on the terrain. Of course, alpine terrain is still requires durability because of all of the rugged features. However, if weight is priority to you, I would go with the 8.7 as opposed to the 9.5. Now, let's get into the best workhorse rope. This is a rope that would be great for big wall climbing or for lots of use top roping. I know those are two totally different climbers, but still, this is someone who is looking for something in the 10.5 range, the 10 to 11 millimeter range of ropes. The best workhorse rope is the Beal 10.5 millimeter Top Gun Unicore rope. It's incredibly durable, designed to handle abrasion, and perfect for repeated use in harsh conditions. So whether you're jugging up the rope, putting a lot of wear on that rope, pulling it through some top rope anchors, this rope is going to hold up a lot longer and will have a better lifespan if you're going to be putting that kind of wear on your rope. For mountaineering and ice climbing, the Beal 8.5 millimeter opera rope is a great choice. What makes this rope a great pick is that it has a 2x dry treatment, which makes it highly water repellent and still lightweight and perfect for those alpine conditions. The runner-up to this option is the Mammoth 8 millimeter Alpine rope, which also features a 2x dry treatment. Overall, both of these ropes have a great reputation for performing in wet or snowy conditions, which is essential if you're going to be mountaineering over snowy terrain or if you're going to be ice climbing surrounded by snow and ice as usual. Final thoughts. At the end of the day, the best climbing rope for you depends on your climbing style and your priorities. So if you're a sport climber, a trad climber, or a mountaineer, there's definitely a rope on this list that's going to match your needs, but you still have to consider what things matter most to you. Personally, I've always opted to choose a rope that kind of can be a versatile rope that can fit a lot of different needs, whether I'm going to go sport climb, if I'm going to go trad climb, and a rope that actually holds up for me when I'm going alpine climbing. I have tended toward choosing a rope that's somewhere but as a 9.5 that can serve all the use cases. However, more and more I have chosen to prioritize weight on my alpine climbing adventures, and in this case I am going to choose something like the Mammoth 8.7 millimeter that makes it so it's not so heavy to carry out to the crag. If you are someone who cares more about not having to replace your rope, maybe you're going to lean more toward the side of having a 9.8 millimeter rope or even a 10 millimeter your rope if you don't want to have to replace it for a long time, even if you're just sport climbing. Again, this is a matter of asking yourself what matters most to you when you're climbing. Do you care to carry a little more weight? Does it bother you to spend a little bit more money now, or do you want to spend more money later when you have to replace your rope more often? These are the questions to consider. At this point, it kind of seems like there's a resounding consensus that the best climbing rope brands are Mammoth, Beal, and Sterling ropes. All you need to do is consider what's the best rope for your climbing style, and one of these brands surely has a rope that is perfect for you. To shop any of the ropes that I mentioned, visit the link in the description down below. We do earn a small commission on any purchase made through the links down in the description below at no extra cost to you. This helps support our brands, support our blog, and keep creating videos like this for you. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button, and if I did not mention your favorite rope, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if I mentioned any of the ropes that you have liked so far. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.